All right, guys, just got back from a test drive in this El Camino here. We're gonna do a little walk around, and if you're new to the page, hit that subscribe button. I post videos every single day, at least try to. But we did a test drive in this 1979 El Camino. It was a pretty good test drive, so you can see that video. I'll even link it to the end of this one. If you want to skip the walk around, you can. Just go to the end of this video and click the link. What I do in this one is walk around the outside. We're gonna pop the hood, check the interior, just check the car over. Before I end the video, I will get up under the front and the sides and the rear of the car. I haven't been able to decode this motor. It does have 350 emblems on there. I do not believe it's a 350. I believe it's a 305, just from the power of the test drive. But the only way to prove it's to decode the motor in the back, and the numbers were just too dirty in the back. I couldn't read them. What I'm gonna do is start up here in the front. We're gonna check everything over. The bumper on here looks to be the original bumper. It's been on here a while. You can see some of the chrome peeling off, a little pitting. The grill's not too bad. A lot of the trim around the front headlight bezels looks pretty good. There is a lot of chips in the paint, like that, chunks, a lot of touch-up marks in the paint. So looking down the side of the car, it's not too bad. Doesn't look super wavy. Tires on this one look decent. Weld racing wheels. There's a big old spot in the middle of this hood I want to show y'all. A lot of little chips and bubbles. Look at that, they touched that up. A little hard to see from about this far away. Still nice and shiny. All the trim looks pretty good around the windows. There's a big old crack coming down the windshield. Windshield will need to be replaced. As far as I know, you can't ride around with a big old crack in your windshield. The roof has got a lot of cracks and chips. I'm gonna try to zoom in. Maybe I can get the shadow out of here. Paint job's just not that great on this car. All the weather stripping needs to be replaced as well. If you look around the window, it's all cracked up and dried. Haven't noticed a lot of water getting in, but we'll check that further along in the video. Car used to be blue. You can see it right up under the black. Some little spots in the door, some bubbles at the bottom. I'm gonna go the other way to keep the sun out of it. There's a spot right there as well. See the bubbles there? That's probably the worst spot on the car. Back tires look pretty good. Looks like it's been rubbing in the fender wells. Look in the back, they got a mat back here covering up some of the rhino liner that's peeling up. See, it's just kind of breaking. And it used to be blue. Like I said, bed itself is chipping all the way around. Back windows, not too bad. I don't see anything wrong with it. The trim's a little bit dull. Looks like a dent right here in the tailgate. A dent in the back here as well. Like I said, we try to go over everything, guys. I don't want y'all getting here and being like, oh, that's not the car I seen in the video. Looked like it had LED lights back here. Back bumper's pitted. See how hazy it is? It does have a trailer hitch. You can pull your jet ski. Little paint run up there. Check this side. It looks a lot more solid than the other. Still got bubbles in the paint. I think it's rubbing on both sides. Your weather stripping, same thing. Big old chip paint. A lot of spots on this car. Bubble in the paint there. Go ahead and check the interior out, and then we're gonna start it up. We'll pop the hood. Somebody redid all the interior in this. The seats look great. Carpet's been replaced. I want to see if there's any water. It did rain like crazy this week. It's dry back there. And it's dry up here. I'll check the passenger floorboard. I did have a problem with the seat belt. I noticed it's still up under here. It's not very accessible. It's gonna need to be lengthened. Aftermarket Grant steering wheel. The horn does not work. Most of the time in Grant steering wheels, they're just not hooked up. I don't know why. Maybe it's a difficult process with them. See a lot of chipping, a lot of blue coming through. Looking at the bottom of the door. A little rust up in the corner here for sure. Door panel itself's been replaced. You can see it's in great shape there. It's fairly new. Somebody painted the dash red. Of course, it's chipping off. When you start painting on some of this plastic stuff, it doesn't last. They took the radio out and they took the speakers out when they sold the car, I assume, or before they brought it to us. Headliner, not bad. Do got a spot here where they were going to put a light, and this trim piece is hanging. Running and driving wise, this thing actually runs and drives great. Most of the gauges work. I could not get the speedometer to work. I can't stand behind the mileage. If the speedometer don't work, the mileage don't turn over. Gas gauge works, oil pressure works. Battery gauge was working while we were driving. For some reason now it's all the way down. I'm not sure about that, but you see the oil pressure bouncing around right there. Clock does not work, and your temperature gauge is right here. It never got over 190 the whole test drive. On your air, none of that stuff will cut on. You do got a compressor under there, but I can't get the blower motor to kick on or nothing, so your compressor is locked up as well, and I'll show you that. Go ahead and open the hood here. Like I said, I wasn't able to decode it. It does have a 350 wrote on the air cleaner. Anybody can buy an air cleaner and a sticker. Probably a 305. Anything better than that is a bonus. Does have a little bit of an exhaust leak coming from over here. You can hear it puffing out of there. Doesn't have any lifter noise. Sounds nice and smooth. It's got great oil pressure. Your compressor here is locked up, so you're gonna need a new compressor for sure. It's probably all that's wrong with the air, but I don't know for sure, so. Still got insulation under the hood. Still looks a little bit rough. Sure that's original. What I'm gonna do, the little spring's missing on your latch here, so when you shut the hood, hold this, drop it down in there, you're locked. I'm about to go up under the car. I'm gonna start going all the way around. I'm gonna go from the front to the driver's side, to the rear, to the passenger side, and we're gonna conclude this video. At the end of this video, we'll have the test drive. Doesn't look too bad up under here. A little oil on the bottom of the motor, but I didn't see anything leaking on the ground, so. Floor pan looks a little weak right there. Nothing major, just floor pans. Definitely weak right here. Holds water in the back, behind the seat. Of course, that's just a pan there. Frame looks good. The exhaust looks fairly new. That's the worst spot right here. Let's head on to the back. Gas tank is huge. This 10-bolt rear. And finally, passenger side here. Frame's still good over here, in decent condition. Floorboards on this side aren't as bad. There's a spot right here. Looks like it had a little bit of oil leak at one point. All right, guys. Hopefully I described the car well enough for you to trust me to come up here in person. I know a lot of people come from out of state to buy these cars. And yes, we do have financing. I know this car's on the cheaper end. That's for reasons known. You see it in these videos. I appreciate y'all watching. Definitely check out maplemotors.com for more information. There's shipping information in there as well. If you don't mind, hit that subscribe button. I try to post cars every single day. We buy something new every day, so we'll always have a video for you. I've also got a Snapchat. We mess around on there. We got an Instagram I try to post to, and a Facebook. I appreciate y'all watching, and thanks again, guys.